My name is Ethan Parker. I'm 32 years old, and I always believed that trust formed the core of every meaningful relationship. I worked as a senior project manager at a software development company in downtown Chicago, earning a solid six-figure salary that allowed me to live comfortably in a Lincoln Park condo. My life seemed like a flawless version of the American dream. I was about to marry Olivia Bennett, the woman I thought was my soulmate. My relationship with my father, William Parker, was everything a son could hope for. He was my mentor, my hero, and the man who had instilled in me the belief that integrity was worth more than any paycheck. William Parker, 60 years old, was a respected real estate broker who had spent over 3 decades building his reputation in Chicago. He and my mother, Linda, had been married for 35 years, and their relationship was the benchmark against which I measured every other bond. William was the kind of man who still opened doors for women, who kept his promises without fail, and who never missed a single one of my baseball games growing up. When I introduced him to Olivia 2 years ago, he welcomed her into our family with open arms, treating her like the daughter he never had. Olivia Bennett, 30, worked as a marketing coordinator for a boutique firm in River North. Intelligent, beautiful, and sharing my love for weekend trips to Wisconsin and deep dish pizza debates, she had captivated me from the moment we met at a mutual friend's 4th of July barbecue in 2022. Within 3 months, I knew I wanted to spend my life with her. She blended seamlessly with my family, joining us for Sunday dinners and holiday celebrations. My mother adored her, and my father would always comment on how fortunate I was to have found such an extraordinary woman. Everything seemed perfect. Our wedding was scheduled for a Saturday in October at St. Michael's Church in Old Town, followed by a reception at the Chicago History Museum. We had sent invitations to 150 guests, family, friends, and colleagues. I had spent months planning every detail, from a vintage bourbon bar to a live jazz trio during dinner. My college roommate, Ryan, was my best man, and Olivia's sister, Hannah, was her maid of honor. The rehearsal dinner was booked at Gibson Steakhouse, and we had already reserved a honeymoon suite in Maui. The night before the wedding, I stayed at the Palmer House Hotel with my father, going over the final ceremony details. My mother and Olivia were at another hotel with the bridesmaids, following the tradition of not seeing each other before the wedding. William and I ordered room service and sat at a small table in my suite, reviewing the seating chart and making sure all relatives would be comfortable. It was a perfect father-son moment, the kind I had imagined sharing for years. Around 10:30 p.m., my father excused himself to use the restroom, leaving his phone unlocked on the table. A notification popped up and my eyes glanced over. The message from Olivia at 10:28 p.m. read, "Thank you for the unforgettable night, William. The way your lips explored every part of me won't leave my mind. I can't wait for the next time. You're incredible. P.S. Our secret." Attached was a photo, leaving no room for doubt. In that instant, my world crumbled. The woman I was to marry in less than 12 hours had been intimate with my father. My mentor, my hero, had betrayed me, and probably my mother, who was helping Olivia get ready for the happiest day of my life. I sat frozen, hands shaking, mind shockingly clear. This wasn't a one-time mistake. The timestamp showed the photo had been taken the previous night while I was at my bachelor party. Years of trust shattered in 1 second. When my father returned, I quietly documented everything with my phone. He had no idea I had seen the messages. I explained I was exhausted and went to bed. Alone, I processed the betrayal. Small inconsistencies over months suddenly made sense. Late work nights, business trips, odd glances, and compliments too familiar. My trust had blinded me to the pattern. Instead of confronting them immediately, I decided to plan my own course. I was going to let them think they had won, until the moment I would expose them publicly. My project management experience taught me the value of careful planning. I spent the next 3 hours preparing. Photos were uploaded to a secure cloud, a simple web page created with the messages and images, and a QR code designed to direct anyone who scanned it to the evidence. I printed 200 cards, making them look like wedding favors, scanned for a special surprise from the bride and groom.
I called my attorney, Victoria Lane, at 2 a.m. She advised documenting everything with timestamps, arranging witnesses, and attending the wedding discreetly. The next morning, I showered, dressed in my custom Tom Ford tuxedo, and felt a strange calm. The man staring back was composed, dignified, ready to execute the plan. At St. Michael's Church, everything appeared normal. My mother, Linda, radiant in navy blue, had no clue. William smiled as the proud father. Olivia, in her $8,000 gown, kissed me and whispered, "I can't wait to be your wife." I noticed the masks of their deceit, the hypocrisy, but I remained composed. Father Mackenzie began the ceremony. Guests arrived, unaware of the impending revelation. I signaled the coordinator, Janet, to distribute the QR code cards subtly during the ceremony. Curiosity and chaos erupted within minutes. Guests scanned the codes, expressions changed from curiosity to horror. My mother received her card and scanned it, her smile disappearing, replaced by devastation. Olivia remained unaware, focused on the priest's words. My father started showing discomfort as whispers spread. When Father Mackenzie asked if anyone objected, I took the microphone. Silence fell. I faced Olivia and William. "I loved you, Olivia, and Dad, I looked up to you my whole life. But last night I discovered your betrayal. This wedding is over. So is our relationship." Pandemonium ensued. Guests shouted. Olivia cried. My father tried to explain. My mother sobbed. I walked out of the church, head held high. Outside, I felt an unexpected liberation. News spread rapidly on social media. Professional consequences for Olivia and my father were swift. Olivia lost her job within a week. My father's real estate career collapsed. My mother filed for divorce. Legal and financial matters were handled efficiently by Victoria Lane. 3 months later, I moved to Austin, Texas, accepting a senior director role in AI, seeking a fresh start. I spoke with my father once before leaving. Despite his apologies, I forgave him, not because he deserved it, but to free myself. 6 months later, I was settled, focusing on new work and life. Olivia had moved back to Wisconsin. My father had taken a small job. Their affair ended under public scrutiny. The wedding day betrayal became a legend, but I moved on, wiser and stronger. Sometimes the greatest setbacks lead to the most unexpected growth.